I'm sure you've heard of shrink art, shrinky dinks, all that shrinky kind of stuff. Well, you know what? I have a great Thanksgiving Day project for you that you can have the kids help you make this year. And you know what they are? Look at how adorable these are. They're wine glass charms. Now, you can put them on your wine glasses. You can help the kids make necklaces or little charms or whatever. But here's the fun part. They can draw the designs right on the shrink art, okay? It comes in white and clear and black, which I love. I'm going to use the white one today, and here's what I've done already. Actually, my son, he drew this out here for me. It's a little big, but, you know, it shrinks down about 45%, by the way. So all I did is I used some watercolor pencils or artist pencils or colored pencils, markers, whatever you want to use, and I drew some designs out right onto the paper. Before you do that, here's what you want to do, because it's pretty shiny and slick, is take a little bit of sandpaper and just give it a little bit of sanding all the way around, and that way it kind of gives it a little bit of tooth, you know, a little bit of grit for the pencil or the marker or whatever you're using to decorate it with, grab onto it. So here's what I've done. I've already drawn out my designs here, and I'm just going to cut them out just like this. I'm going to kind of follow along my design, not exactly, but, and I'm going to leave a little bit of room at the top because you got to punch a hole. You don't gotta, but you should if you're going to make charms. Punch a hole in the top. Okay, just like that. And I like to do a couple of holes because this hole punch is not very big, so remember, when it shrinks, so does the hole. Okay, so I'm going to do that one, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out too, because I'm going to shrink them at the same time. Now with shrink art, there's a couple of different ways to do shrink art. You can lay them out on a baking sheet. Actually, you should follow the directions depending on what kind of manufacturer's shrink art you're using. But you'll want to lay them out on a sheet and bake them in the oven, and then follow the manufacturer's directions for the temperature. That's one way of doing it. The other way you can do it, oh, look how cute that is. The other way you can do it, I've got to put holes here, is to use a heat gun. So if you have an embossing tool, or you like to emboss, you have a heat gun, and that's what I'm going to use, okay? I did let my son do this, although I was with him, and he's almost 13, so he was allowed. But I had to keep my eye on him. If I would have left him, what you see standing here behind me would no longer be. These get very, very hot. So please supervise your kids whether you're baking them or using a heating tool. So here we go. Oh, somebody plugged me in. People, it's okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, ready? Here we go. This gets very hot very quickly, and you just want to set it right over your design. Keep it moving. This one is actually a little bit big, but it's going to shrink up, and it's going to curl up, and it's going to get all funky and everything, but don't worry, because it will flatten itself back out. I know you're thinking, no way, that's not going to happen, but it will. It also, what I'm doing it on, it's one of those like Teflon pads. So you want to make sure that whatever you're doing this on will be protected from the heat, because it does get very hot. I'm going to move this around just a little bit. While it's still warm, if it doesn't flatten out all the way, because even if you bake it, sometimes it still stays a little curled up. And you have to flatten them out. So if it doesn't flatten out all the way, which this one isn't going to do, then what you can do is take something, I mean anything really, and just kind of flatten it out. Flip it over. It's hot. Flatten it out. You can use this, the other side of this. Make it nice and flat. Voila. There you go. Oh, love it. Okay. Let's do another one. This just fun just watching it curl up and everything. It's also fun doing it in the oven because if you have a whole bunch of them, then you can put them all on a tray in the oven and bake them all at the same time. And also, when they shrink like this, the colors really intensify. So, you know, think about it when you're drawing out your design. Make sure you think about, you know, giving, you know, your colors, you know, outlining things and keeping your letters, you know, fairly large because when they shrink down, you want to be able to see them. Loving this. I'm loving this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flatten this out. It's probably about as flat as it's going to get with the heat gun. I'm going to do that really fast. There you go. Whoa, that's hot. This is how I cook, by the way. You get a little pumpkin pie. Just kidding. All right, here we go. There's our little charms right there. So now what you want to do is add some jump rings. And y'all remember what jump rings are, don't you? They're these little things that we use in making jewelry. And remember, if you twist it open a little bit like that, then you can put your little charm on, twist it back closed, like that. There we go, there's one. So you can make a whole bunch of these. You can do them for any holiday. You can do them for special occasions. You can use them as place setters if you have, you know, a big group coming over and you know where you want everybody to sit. You can mark their water glasses with their own little tags. It's just an awesome, awesome idea. There we go. Put that in there just like that. Now, take a little bit of ribbon. I use this really narrow ribbon and run it through the jump ring, and take your water glass or your wine glass or whatever it is that you want to use and tie a little knot and trim the edges. Oh, see, that happens if you don't close your jump rings all the way, or if you don't have your glasses on. I don't have my glasses on. Ay, vey. Okay. Okay, try that again. Oh my gosh, I think this is so adorable. So you could put Grandma's name on there, or Aunt Tressa's name on there, whoever you got. Okay, trim that. There you go. Custom made Thanksgiving Day charms. Love it. Okay, you want the directions and the shopping list? Just click right over there and have a great time. And by the way, happy Thanksgiving.